This walk-in is crazy. I mean,
we have windows.
like it completely seals. I think we could survive a tornado. I mean, I was just setting up this for you to have privacy in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But this is like a whole bathroom like you see in mansions.
Yep.
Like a big old ensuite. I don't know that we classify as overlanders anymore. I don't know.
And this is on the same side. Like the other side, if we wanted to, we could enclose that too.
Yeah, yep. We got walls for both sides. And these things are super easy to put up. I mean,
it's really helpful that it's Velcroed.
Like that's super easy. And then there's overlap on everything, and I mean, like, there's no rain coming in here at all. Honey, I'm home. This is nuts.
This is bougie.
This is nuts. Can you imagine this 360 degrees all the way around this thing?
This is our new home.
Like, we're going to Colorado in the winter and just going to stay there.
Well, we would be snowed under, like an avalanche.
Okay. We're good.
I don't think so.
What's up, everyone? I'm Matt with Ozark Overland Adventures. And once again, I find myself urban overlanding. It looks fairly nice, except for that fence right there. But I am actually in a big field in Denton, Texas. Got a beautiful, it's not showing up on camera. There we go, kind of. Got a beautiful sunrise coming up. I left home yesterday about 5:30, drove here, got here about midnight last night, because right over there is Outback RV of Texas. And in just a little bit, I'm meeting the sales team over there to pick up what will eventually be our home. If you've been watching this channel for a little while, you probably know that my wife and I have this dream to hit the road full time in about 3.5 years, when our youngest graduates high school and goes off to college. We are selling everything and traveling full time. That's our goal. That's what this channel is going to become. And so we are investing now in what is going to be our home at that stage of our life. My wife actually got to come down here about 5 days ago, last Friday, and check this out for herself. And I'll let her tell that story.
I'm headed to Denton, Texas, to a place called Outback RV Texas. There they have a new camper that we are going to be looking at. It's called the Conquerer 4x4. This is the UEV-490 Platinum edition, and I can't wait to check it out. It looks pretty awesome. We've been trying to figure out if we are going to go full-time with a van, or if we're going to just full-time in the Gladiator, or if I'm going to get a Bronco, but you know how that goes. So right now we're just thinking about tossing around this idea of this off-road trailer camper combo, but we know we definitely want to have the space as far as being able to be indoors and outdoors, and have indoors, yes, a bed, but also have like a small little dining area, or you know, a place that you can stand up in and stretch your legs out and just kind of a home base, which is what the van would have been if that's the route that we decide to take. So I don't know, we're just gonna go down here and see what we can find.
Ozark Overland Adventures is proudly supported by the More Expo, the Midwest's only indoor event for adventure travel enthusiasts. Artemis Overland Hardware. They have the passion and knowledge to ensure that your next outdoor experience is more than a camping trip, it's an adventure. And Long Creek Overland, your source for Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise and more. This is our new home in 3.5 years. It is the 2022 Conqueror UEV-490 Platinum. Because Platinum is better.
What we've heard.
But legit, this is going to be our home in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
We're selling it all and moving into
Massive
this.
Facebook yard sale.
And honestly, we can't wait. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that we have talked about this dream of ours for a while. We have talked about a couple different ways to do what we want to do. And we had settled on a 4-wheel drive Sprinter van. We thought we're gonna keep the Gladiator, get a 4-wheel drive Sprinter van, and that's how we're gonna live life on the road. But a friend of ours, Joey, did a video on this thing, and Kara saw it before I did, and she said,
That's it.
"Babe, no more Sprinter van. This is our home."
We had always had, you know, the pumpkin, so we kind of knew the teardrop style lifestyle, and we didn't really have the experience with a van, and we knew that that was going to be double mileage on vehicles, separate time apart, and so this just allows us to ride around together, and we already kind of know this.
And unlike some married couples, we actually like doing all this together.
Sometimes.
So most of the time.
Yeah.
But what we wanted to do is take you on a full tour of this, show you everything this thing has, what it's capable of, what it looks like on the inside, the outside.
Some of the quirks we found.
Some of the quirks, but this thing is legit as turnkey as you can get. I mean, it includes everything. Like everything.
Pioneer Woman spread that I got.
Yeah, and it didn't include sheets.
Yeah.
It came with a comforter, 2 comforters, and pillows, but it didn't include sheets.
We'll get there.
But this is it. It's aluminum shell on a steel chassis. It weighs, I think, fully loaded with water and everything, about 3,500 pounds.
Yeah.
It has air suspension, which is really nice. We can lower it, we can raise it, adjust the ride height of it. And what's really awesome is that when we get to camp, we use the air suspension to level it, which is way cool. No leveling blocks or anything like that. We just park it and then adjust the air suspension. It's got storage
For days.
everywhere, outside and inside. Let's just walk around.
Yeah, let's take you around.
Walking around the front, this is the kitchen. We'll show you that in a minute because it is awesome. This is all storage. When I said turnkey, it even comes with the axe and a shovel up under here. But this is all storage all the way through. We've got our mats for out here, awning walls, propane hose. Comes with an air compressor for the air suspension. It even comes with a tank. Here's the air controls right here. Air compressor kicks on. Actually, let me level it because it's not level right now. And boom, it's level. Water pump and everything is in there. So lots of storage up in here. Propane hook up here. Even has an air hose for the air compressor. So if we need to, re-air up the tires, we've got an air hose for that. It came with 2 20-pound propane tanks that are stored under here. More access for the storage here. This front piece folds out to make up a bed. On this side, we've got the heat pump and air conditioner This does require being plugged into shore power, but other than that, everything else runs off the batteries. But that's where the AC is and the heat pump. Door, hot water heater, instant on hot water heater, runs off the propane. Storage cubby. This is where the shower is located. So, we got hot water, cold water. We did add this shower head and a much longer hose because it, I don't know, came out to about here, and we wanted the shower off the back, so we got the longer hose and the shower head, and it all still fits up in there.
So honestly, one of my favorite places is actually on the back end here. I really like this. Obviously, it's very functional. It does everything that we want to do, but I like the way it looks. So back here we've added, obviously this came empty, so we added these two cans on the side. The Artemis trash screw. It's kind of awesome because you can actually fit the trash can in there, so when we're out cooking around camp, we just move it that way. But underneath here, which you can't really see too well, this is actually a grill grate. So you can pop this off and put it on the grill, and it says Conquerer. Just really cool. This probably won't ever be used just because of the way I want to keep it nice. We also added up top here this Global Road outdoor shower. That's one thing that this didn't come with that obviously we're going to want to have. We have the pop-up, and we don't really want to, we want this to be all inclusive. So you just open this up and it falls out, and there's a bathroom place and a shower place. Up here there's a rack. I know Matt's going to put the Varla, aka Death Scooter, up here.
Underneath here is where you have the water tanks. It's actually got two 20-gallon tanks connected together, protected by skid plates back here. Here's a look at the air suspension. It rides really well.
So over here we have some additional storage, and another really cool thing is they've thought of everything. So instead of like having to hold this up, there's these little pieces here that you can attach to, and it just kind of clamps on. So if you're needing to keep things and getting out of here, we put our hoses, our power cords. This comes with solar, so we have some solar on it, and then we have some chalks just in case. Now this side is honestly one of my favorite sides. This is the pantry. This is kind of what we call the kitchen side over here. On the other side where the shower was, that's more of the bathroom area. But this just opens up, and there's tons of storage. It's all held together with a bungee. But then like even here, they thought of this too. So you can latch this on, so that way this back doesn't go flying if there's a wind. But this is all the pantry. It's really deep in here. I don't know if you can see the actual context, but my hand's going way down in there. And all of this is accessible, which you'll see on in a minute, but from the inside.
As far as power goes in the Conqueror, it comes with two 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries on the inside. So 200 amp hours, basically 2,400 watt hours from these two batteries. And with the exception of the AC and the heat, it runs everything. Water pump, the fridge, all the lights inside, all the outlets. And they even thought of little things like this. So on both sides, you've got USB ports. So here in the kitchen area, you've got USB power. On this side, you've got USB power. And then all over the inside. And then it included two 100 watt solar blankets with full Anderson connections and management. So, I mean, if we are out, living off the grid and we've got a nice sunny day, we can throw those, 200 watts of solar out here and keep the batteries topped up. Now, we have actually used this in the Ozarks over a weekend so far, and it did really well. I mean, we were running the water, cooking, cleaning, that sort of stuff. We were obviously running lights. And
it was cold.
And it was cold. Running the fridge. And over an entire weekend, we only lost, I think, 10% of the battery. So, I mean, we can very easily live off grid in this without needing solar or to recharge the batteries for quite a while. Very impressed by that. My favorite thing on the outside, besides the pantry and the kitchen, are the awnings. It comes with two very massive 180-degree awnings. And it even has the little risers here to help water drain off of it.
Instead of it just poking a hole.
I mean, how incredible is this? Legs, if it's a windy day, you can drop the legs down, secure them down with the tie downs. But not only that, they included the wall kits for both sides. And as we learned, even the back. Okay, so for real, what we didn't realize when we bought this is that it converts to a yurt. This is the back. And I'll just walk all the way around it. That's the door. Windows. Here's the front. Here's this side. There's another door. Another window. And the back again. What the crap? We had no idea. We knew it.
You need to insert the Donald Trump meme where it goes, huge.
Fact. It is very huge. Yeah, we did not realize that. We knew it included walls for both sides, but we didn't realize that it includes basically 360 degrees of walled coverage. And you would think that they would, there would be some holes on the bottom. No, they thought of that too. Even the bottom of the front is sealed. I mean, there's no air gaps in this thing. I mean, that's not true. There's like maybe just a couple little ones like up in the corner up there where the cover is. But that's it. Let's go inside. It's the back door. We can go this way. There's pantry. And of course our table. All enclosed. Excuse me, love. Let's go inside. And walk through. And over here. Let me see. It's fully enclosed under there. And then we'll just walk around the house. We can do laps. We can do laps.
One of the things that I personally love about the awnings is the light that they've included. Inside these, there's lights that you can turn on. They've already incorporated that, so you don't have to plug in extra lights. And right here, back here towards the back on both sides, you just push a button. And they're in each one of the wings.
Every rail has lights.
And since you've been following us along, you know that we like to cook at camp, so we gotta have the kitchen. So we love our kitchen. It has there's no gray water. So you have to kind of do your own sink. And honestly, I like this because it's very portable. And if we have hot water, which we actually used whenever we had our Muddy Santa, and to wash dishes, it gets really warm. And here we have the Dometic stovetop. We really love it. We also got Matt a griddle for Christmas, so he's going to put this griddle right up here. This all comes included with it, even wine glasses. So these are all kind of fancy, and honestly we were thinking about changing it out, but then when we started looking around at it, we decided to keep it. And another thing that I really like are these handles. You can lock them if you need to. Honestly, we probably never will. But I just like the fact that they're sealed in there, so that way if you wanted to open it or whenever you're riding, they're not jostling around. It also included plates. These actually fit our water pans where we clean the dishes.
Nice big plates.
So we definitely wanted to keep those. All of the silverware is included, except for these bamboo ones. We put these because we just like the bamboo.
We included all these.
Yeah.
Can opener.
A multi-tool. It didn't include the spoons. It included, I wish we had a picture of it, but we tossed them as soon as we got them. They were like some little cocktail shrimp, little
crab forks.
Pitchforks.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are for,
weird.
Honestly. So we just took those out and replaced them with some nice spoons, because these are bigger spoons.
And it actually came with the Iceco VL60 dual zone fridge. So we can have one side as a freezer, one side as a fridge, both sides as a fridge. It came with this. So we were crazy excited that it came with the fridge. I mean, this thing is turnkey.
So this is basically the full kitchen set out. This table is something that we didn't show you just a minute ago because it was actually inside. It can be where the inside makes into a bed and a table, but you can also bring this out here for whenever you're wanting to have a space to cook on or eat on. All right, so we have the wine glasses already, so you gotta have a wine bar. So in here we have our Stella Rosa because it's amazing. But then there's also storage, of course, again, over here. You can also put Cokes up here. We'll probably put Cokes up here.
I just continue to be blown away at how much storage this thing has.
And everything, again, has these little rivets that attach.
Yeah, pockets
to the doors.
everywhere. It's just crazy. So I didn't put the rain fly out, but it's got a rain fly that has that little tube looking thing up there that comes up and over to protect in the rain, but I just really like it like that. You can see the top pops up, adds a whole lot of headroom in there. And of course, tons of light from all the windows. And then inside, there's what this bed looks like. And over here, we've got the two couches.
This is my favorite spot, by the window.
And then that table out there can come in here and make a table here so that when we're living on the road full time, we can have a workspace, or, you know, if we want a table to play games on or whatever in here, we can do that. And then the table comes down into here, and this whole area here turns into a big king-size bed, which is awesome. So we can have this bed or this bed, both beds if need be. But there's just so much space in here. I mean, I'm 6'1", and I've got tons of headroom in here. And all these windows can open or close. There's the one window down here. But all of this on the inside is storage. Like, all storage. All the way around. Is storage. So all of this, all of that, all of this. Pantry pass through. So we need a snack or our hot chocolate. We've got it.
And that makes it great for like if we're riding up a storm. That way if we're ever pulled over, and I know whenever we're about to be going to Big Bend, we're gonna just pull over the closest place we can find, and we can just make out this side, because the table outside actually velcros onto here, and those two ends down here, they open out on both sides, and then part of these come down here, and it makes actually really large bed. I think it's a king size.
Maybe even the most comfortable of the two beds.
Yeah. And then we have ports everywhere in here. So like there's USB here.
Into that corner.
Yeah, and then all of them are speakers.
USB port in that corner.
Yeah, and these lights are really bright.
LED
you can
lighting.
turn those off if you want them.
There's of course USB, 12 volt, more USB. There's even USB ports up here. Along, if we're plugged in shore power, it's got
the heater vents.
Heat and air vent up here for this section. More speakers. This is the control panel for the unit. It came with the TV that, I mean, if we want to watch a movie, or Kira wants to plug her Switch into it or whatever, or if we want to, watch something outside, we can move it outside.
And that's not just watching things, like it's got an HDMI and everything, so we can basically do some of our video edits too and watch it like in a size bigger.
This is heat and air control, stereo with Bluetooth so we can run tunes, AC outlet for when we're plugged into shore power, solar charger controller here by Renogy, and then this is all the brains, all switches for all the outlets and media, lights, water pump, all the external outlets, and this is the controller to show you how much water we have, how much power is left on the battery, what type of output we're getting on the battery, if we're plugged in, how much charge is coming to the battery, fuse panel, everything. It's
and down here
it's fantastic.
On both sides, one on there and one over there, there's the batteries.
The batteries are stored down here.
Yeah, the 100 amp.
Carbon monoxide detector, just because, propane and safety.
Yep.
Fire extinguisher for safety. But this is what it's like on the inside of here. I mean, there's just so much room in this. And if we're ever hunkered down in here because of rain or something, we want to access the fridge, all we've got to do is lift that and lift that. And we have access to the fridge from inside the camper, which is, I mean, they just really thought of everything.
Yeah, we really love this space. It's pretty awesome, especially how it changes and everything. For example, this is what it looks like as a table. And this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like as a bed. Pretty big.
The only thing that we have done on the inside to make this, I think, better is we took out the industrial outdoorish carpet.
Yeah, it really was a kind of had a rubber backing, and was just kind of stuck to the bottom, which was all still aluminum.
Yeah, it was very black and just blah.
This kind of makes it more homey.
And so we got some carpet strips from a hardware store and put in this much nicer, plusher carpet. It really makes it feel more warm in here. Feels better on my feet too.
Yeah, I think it kind of provides Insulation.
A little bit of insulation too.
And the sound.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the only thing we've done, and it was super simple. Well, that's it. That's our new home.
Love it so much.
So let us know in the comments what you think. If you've got any questions about the Conqueror UEV-490 Platinum, put those in the comments as well.
And don't forget that this is also going to be our permanent home, so it may not fit for everybody because of the cost.
That's true.
But this is going to be our home.
This is our home. But I mean, I just think the attention to detail that they put in this thing, the fact that it is legit turnkey. I mean, you could pick this up and drive it off the lot and go have an adventure with it. Just add some food and you're good to go, really.
Yep.
But thank you so much to the guys at Outback RV in Denton, Texas. They were fantastic to work with.
Robert and Craig are great people.
They were awesome. So we really appreciate them.
Be sure to follow us on our mini adventures, either here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. It really does help, and it alerts you to let you know where we'll be next. If you want to follow that along, join us on Patreon.
And like the video, longcreekoverland.com for all of our Ozark Overland Adventures merchandise. And we'll see you on the next adventure.
See you guys.
Bye.